Did you know that our culture basically revolves around food? Yeah, it's actually pretty insane and problematic if you have severe dietary restrictions. You don't realize the full extent of how our whole culture revolves around eating until finding food to eat becomes problematic. We have luckily become more aware of certain disorders that require dietary restrictions, such as celiac disease or diabetes, but a lot of chronic illnesses come with dietary restrictions that don't have their own separate menu. And even with the new awareness of the more mainstream dietary disorders, it can still be a challenge to find food in many restaurants. I have gastroparesis, so my dietary restrictions are pretty insane. I can't have fatty foods, fibrous foods, foods that cause disorders, skins, seeds, nuts, any vegetable parts, broccoli, cauliflower, hydrogenated oils, aspartame, fake fiber, caffeine, high fructose corn syrup, or alcohol. My friends call me the waiter's terror. So a couple of tips I've learned for eating with intense dietary restrictions. Number 1, pack your own food. I always pack a few staples in my bag wherever I go in case I can't find food where I am. I like beef jerky sticks and baby food purees. Yeah, I eat baby food because I'm a boss. Other staples I've used in the past are Luna bars, meal replacement drinks such as Orgain and Ensure, graham crackers. Lately though, I've tried to focus on more nutrient-dense snacks, hence the baby food and protein-packed low-fat beef. But basically, you just need packable food that won't go bad and won't make you sick or symptomatic. And yes, your bag will be comically large. Number 2, ask to talk to the chef. Especially if you have really complicated dietary requirements, going to the source of your food is often the best. Besides getting real answers about how the food is prepared instead of the waiter guessing, you get a clear idea of how receptive the chef is to modifying the food for you before you commit to an order. I actually printed up these little restaurant cards that are yay big and just list all my cans haves and cannot haves, but usually they don't look at them, so I've stopped giving them out. Not sure why I shared that with you. Doesn't seem very useful right now. Be sure to use the phrase, "It will make me sick." Otherwise, they may just think you're on a new fad diet and they'll blow you off and tell you what you want to hear. But the thought of a customer puking in the bathroom tends to motivate them to fess up about the real ingredients. Oh, if you're at a chain restaurant, ask to see the dietary information because they almost all provide that now. But the flip side of that is if they have the dietary information from restaurant to restaurant across the country, it's probably super processed food out of a plastic bag, which might not be the best food for you. You might want to rethink eating there. Which you can totally do, because tip number 3 is don't eat at the restaurant. That seems kind of counterproductive, but if you think about the enjoyment factor you get out of eating at a restaurant, it's not just eating the food. It's also the atmosphere and generally the company you're eating with. So the way I approach eating out with friends is, unless I have a specific place that I know has food for me and I ask people to go there with me, I eat an hour or 2 before I go out. If I find something I can eat at the restaurant, great, I'll order it, I'll eat a little, and I'll save the rest for leftovers. But if I don't, I'll just pull out one of my snacks. If the waiter gives me a hard time, I know what to do. Actually, you just explain your situation. Usually they're pretty receptive. If they start to give you a hassle, if you throw in the phrase American with Disabilities Act, they usually just do what you ask. It's one of the magical phrases, along with, "will get me sick." One other thing that they fear besides cleaning up puke, cleaning up a lawsuit. Sometimes though, when friends want to go to a place I know I can't have anything to eat, like McDonald's, or I just don't feel like risking it that day because I'm symptomatic, I just plan specifically not to eat at the restaurant. This sounds depressing, but it's really all about your mindset. You're not there for the food. You're there to hang with your friends, family, significant other, whatever. It does feel strange at first, which is why it's probably good to pack a snack so you can feel like you're eating with them, but after the first few times, I mean, it just didn't even faze me. Assure your friends that it really genuinely doesn't bother you and that you are enjoying yourself as well. Also make sure they understand not to tempt you with the just one bite thing. Just one bite won't hurt, will it? Yeah, it will. This is just about them wanting you to be happy with the situation too. It comes from a good place. So just explain that you're much happier without risking the extra symptoms and you're enjoying spending time with them. It's really important with this, and actually with most things, to just be open and honest with your friends and family so they understand your mindset and know best how to accommodate your needs, because everyone is different in how they want to be treated and things like this. So throw them a bone. Help them help you. You will get weird looks from the waiters, but that's just something you can laugh about. My friends and I generally look forward to the look that's just, oh, she's anorexic. You really should. Because in these situations, you gotta laugh or cry. And as Kurt Vonnegut says, I prefer to laugh because there's less cleaning up afterwards. Tell me your own tips for dining out with dietary restrictions in the comments below, and check out more tips for people with chronic illnesses on spoonshares.com. Sending spoons and love. Take care.